Hello?
Hello, this is Mr.
Yes.
Hi, this is Jeff Prather with the Attorney General's office. Calling you back. We've spoken in the past. What's going on?
You talked to me at one time, and before I talked to you, I didn't even know for certain that I had even been ordered by that the judge or the court had any interest in my testimony I gave to the psychiatrist.
Mm-hmm.
And you told me the statute and said he'd use this certain statute. And
right.
I went looking into it, and I'm still just as confused as I was before, as because in the statute it says that the judge says that he has reasonable grounds, and that doesn't explain, since the law, since the Constitution and Bill of Rights says that you have to have probable cause, and Kentucky Constitution, I'm sure, also is going to support this too as well, that you have to have probable cause. And looking into any case law on this, I mean, he eventually does. If the Judicial Commission Board was to look into it, they would ask him for probable, or he would have to get probable cause. He'd have to define to me what they say about it is that the court has discretion to define the meaning of the word reasonable cause or reasonable grounds. That's why they have that. That's why they use that, and that's what reason they make out from it. But since the Judicial Commission Board is not elected, and the judge is, and the judge used this during a criminal case to get me to give testimony during it, which is one of the laws says that you can't get someone to give you can't take testimony for someone by force or by deceit.
Which case are we talking about?
The 2006 criminal case with
is a misdemeanor case. Let me see. Hang on one second. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Okay. Go ahead.
It's just I tried to appeal it at first, but then I was told by the first lawyer I talked to that he said that they had ordered me to get evaluated, and he said, well, I wouldn't show up in court because if you do, they'll just throw it out and say you're incompetent. They'll just throw it out and say that you're just incompetent. So I had no way of trying to do anything about this, except for trying to trump except for trying to say that any of the reasons he gave for saying he done it was illegitimate. And I'm unable to do that since I can't even get him to give probable cause. And he's not liable to me for it, and that's what the problem is. And I can't even hold him responsible. I can't make him responsible. I can't do anything, like at least using any laws, I guess, that's written out.
Well, let me ask you a question. Okay. Now, we're talking about an 06 case. It looks like, let's see. It was a disorderly conduct. It was terroristic threatening, menacing, and resisting arrest. Those were the charges. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's it. That's one.
Okay. And you were ordered to undergo a psychiatric examination back in 2006.
Okay.
But you were still I guess you entered a plea of guilt. Is that right?
Well, before
hang on. I'm just trying to figure this out because if they found you not competent, you couldn't have entered a plea of guilty.
Yeah.
So why do you think that they found you incompetent? Do you think they found you incompetent, or are they saying, or are you you're still fighting this guilty plea?
Well, it's both ways really, because I can't go and do anything if they have papers from the hospital that I don't know about that they got during. I couldn't go appeal it because the lawyer told me, they would just say, "Oh, you're incompetent," and it'd be thrown out when I walked into there. Anything I had to say about it, so I can't.
Well, let me ask you a question. Okay, you got it looks like there's also a felony conviction from 2000, fleeing and invading, and wanton endangerment, and 2 counts of wanton endangerment. Maybe there was a vehicle involved.
That
was back in 2000.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that okay? So let me ask you a question. Why you've got a felony conviction, but then you got a misdemeanor conviction later on. Why are we concerned about the misdemeanor but not the felony, which is probably the one that people see if they, if for example, if you want to go get a job, the felony conviction is going to be the one that is concerning. But what are we talking about here? I don't know what the concern is.
Well,